Hi guys, welcome to Moon Song Mystic. I'm Amber. If you're interested in a one-on-one session, check out my website, moonsongmystic.com. So today's download is has to do with the word threshold. Threshold, which for me, the way I grew up, it's kind of a trigger word, honestly. It reminds me of like cult life, religious cult life. It was, I think, one of the terms that was thrown around. But that being said, I went ahead and looked it up. And the definition is the magnitude or intensity that must be exceeded for a certain reaction, phenomenon, result, or condition to occur or be manifested, which is kind of a lot to chew. I'm going to go ahead and read it one more time. The magnitude or intensity that must be exceeded for a certain reaction, phenomenon, result, or condition to occur or be manifested. And, I've been chewing on that, but I'm going to just read some of the synonyms to make it a little bit simpler. So a synonym for threshold would be brink, dawn, birth, beginning. Yeah, and as I read that, like I just saw a doorway in my mind's eye. And so for me, like I'm at this threshold or this doorway of living with less guilt. There's just this invitation for me today with the different situations that are going on in my life externally to me, to just release this guilt, release this fear of not being enough. And I don't know, I see it like a bridge now in my mind's eye, where it's like just moving from one place to another place. And in this new place on the other side of this bridge, I don't have to live with guilt. And I know I am more than enough just because. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do a little meditation around that. We'll start with some singing bowl. I'm going to do the singing bowl one more time. And the second time, I want you to imagine your sky blue throat chakra just like activating and spinning out and expanding in beautiful sky blue beyond your body. All right. Let's go ahead and do some breaths. We're going to breathe in through the bottom of our feet. Imagine that breath moves up to the crown of our head, and we're going to breathe out, bringing that breath back down through our body and out our feet. Breathe in. Few more. In through the bottom of your feet, to the crown of your head and down. Release out through the bottom of your feet. All right, I want you to go ahead and imagine that sky blue throat chakra again. And I want you to imagine that it's a swimming pool that you're being invited to jump or dive into, but this diving board is exceptionally high. The fear of a belly flop is real. I want you to imagine stepping to the tip of this diving board, and you're going to repeat after me. No better time than now to be authentic. Today is the day for my authentic expression. I want you to imagine you're there at the end or the tip of that diving board. You are at the threshold of a new beginning, and you bring your arms out to your side, almost like just like straight out, arms straight out, like a T. And you have these magnificent rainbow feathered wings, and the relief that you feel at, there's no fear anymore of jumping off this diving board. And we jump, 1, 2, 3, go. We gently descend in a spiral motion down to the water. And as you engage with that water, those wings disappear, and you suddenly now have a mermaid tail. You're going to repeat after me. I am multifaceted. When it's time to fly, I fly. When it's time to swim, I swim. I want you to imagine diving deep into that pool. And as you hit the bottom of the pool, their drain is not a drain, it's actually a portal. We're going to go into that portal. It's dark, it's kind of like a black hole. We move through it quickly, it's cold, but we're making our way through. And as we come out on the other side, we're in the open water of the ocean. We come up for a deep breath, breathe in, release. I want you to hear the seagulls, see and feel the sun shining down on you. See yourself floating, arms open to receive, palms open to receive, on your back, floating. And just breathe. Just breathe. I want you to imagine that as you float there in the ocean, you're keenly aware of the frequency, the vibration, the oneness of it all. There is no end, there is no beginning. There's just oneness. There is no you, there is no other. There is just oneness. I want you to go ahead and picture the infinity sign in your mind's eye, moving with white light. And from this infinity sign comes this song. She Shialai o yalai alai ontu yalai o koya kaya yo kolai o koya lalai. Shialai o yalai kaya lai o koya kalariando dararai. 'Cause you're beautiful, yeah, I just want you to know. You're beautiful, yeah, I just want you to know in all your light and all your dark. You're beautiful, yeah, you just gotta know. Take a deep breath and come back to the room when you're ready. All right, so today we have the Starseed Oracle, and so I've shuffled the deck several times and I just cut the deck, and I'm really drawn to this card that I cut to. So we're gonna go with that. All right, so you got the love. It's like I'm just seeing all these different versions of you, all these different versions of me, all these different versions of ourselves, past, present, and future. So it says you got the love, Hadarian energy, period, codependency, period, boundaries, period. And I know for me personally, a big part of this guilt that I'm in the process of releasing has to do with learning that it's okay to do what's best for me. Accepting that who I was and how I handled situations in the past, I've always done the best I could with the tools I had. So yeah, just like loving that the past versions of myself unconditionally, because they've made me who I am today. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and read what it says from the book. So let's see. You got the love. Hadarian, I think I'm saying that right. Energy, codependency, boundaries. The Hadarians are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaried and interdependent, healthy relationships because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast, or diving board. They're here to learn how to love while in a separate body, to learn to love self first and then establish healthy relationships with others, to remember that the love they seek is already within them, that they truly do have the love all on their own. The message of this card is to review the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common for starseeds to dive deep into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at a soul level. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive. Perhaps there's a certain volatility to it and you're always unsure where you stand. This card is assigned to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you've made, consciously or unconsciously. To acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you don't feel that it's safe to relax and just be you. To assess if there are any places of an inadequacy that you've used a relationship to soothe and cover up. Starseed Soul Inquiry. Do you lose yourself in relationships? Question mark. If so, how? can you develop a deeper love for yourself? Okay. That's what I have for you today. I love you guys.